typical podcast, we just missed out on Jeff's. So Valentine's coming up, and he shares with them that he's going to make dinner. His wife's going to come home, and all he's going to be wearing is a sock. Is it going to be on your left or right foot?
Yes.
Yeah. Not that kind of sock. It's a sheath.
What?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
That's what Paul calls
it. It doesn't really make sense, I know. He talked about how he's going to be grilling outside, totally nude, with his apron on and his little chef hat.
You know, it's February, right?
I didn't say I was going to be doing all that. I'll probably sous vide and get my cast iron skillet out and do it that way.
Baby, I'm making you a prime steak tonight.
That's right.
I'm also cooking steak.
Yeah. You can take a bite out of me.
Jeez. Second week into the February 2025. We have a jam-packed podcast set up for you guys today. We have a special guest. I'm just kidding. We don't. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, Dudes Like Us -podcast or Dudes Like Us Woodcraft. Check us out. Order some swag from us. There's some cool stuff out there. We got some shoes too.
Shoes?
Jeff's been working on making some Dutch shoes with our new CNC machine down there.
Some clogs.
Really?
Some Netherland clogs.
Can I call bullshit? Or
yeah, the
no?
CNC machine goes in and carves it out, comes back out.
It's a special bit.
A big articulating arm goes in there.
It's a special bit for clogs.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, well, it's a thing. My Dudes Like Us, I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff. I believe we did that, didn't we?
We did what? No.
No, we didn't. Okay.
We did not.
Which part?
Say our names.
What, the last one?
Just now.
Oh, yeah, we didn't do that's the first time.
Okay.
Wow.
They're running together.
We only had one drink.
I know.
So you both have done that now. Sean did that on another podcast. You've done it. I've never done it. And I'm the one worried about my mental clarity.
Yeah, I know.
It's not good.
Well,
you're
worried
the
about
youngest.
yours.
I'm definitely worried about mine. It's not. I'm being serious. It's not good.
100%. I find myself all the time struggling to remember the easiest things.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, what is that word? Something you use all the time, and it just escapes me. Like today, I'm still like Shakespeare writes different types of irony. That was the word, irony. I couldn't think about the word irony.
Right.
Just think of Alanis Morissette and her song.
Well, now, but I'm just.
Oh,
but
really?
It's just,
there's a word I'm thinking of.
But
I
think
Alanis Morissette used it.
But it's just little
really?
things
That's
like that.
That's your strategy?
Yeah, that's
I
how
think
you do
that
it.
makes it worse.
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic. And yeah, I really do think.
But it's just like
and then you're like,
little,
Alanis, what was her last
these little
name?
disconnects that, it's just like the brain's just not connecting. I know the word. It's just, it's not reaching its destination.
It's frustrating.
It's just,
Is that
getting close?
Is that pre-dementia?
It could be, man. I don't know.
I just think it's old age.
Yeah, but I don't know about
So
that. But there's a
Shelley-
lot of old people out there that have they're sharp as a tack.
So my wife
I don't
had
know.
a theory. So I'm really bad about maybe I'll just say addicted, but I'm addicted to looking at my phone. And what I'm looking at on the phone is always news stories, the latest news stories in like 4 different sources, right? So if I have any idle time, like, you know what I mean, I'm waiting for something to finish at work or I'm in between things to work on, I'm immediately grabbing my phone and I'm immediately scrolling and looking at, work stories, news stories. And so my brain is constantly being split and thinking about all these different things. And it's just like, you need to focus on one thing at a time, put the phone down, don't look at the phone.
That's like dopamine rush.
Yeah, I mean, and it's distracting.
You know what I do?
So maybe that's it.
In between is I'll use my phone, but I'll read a book. You should do that. Do you have Kindle?
I do.
Do you read books?
I do, but usually paperback, but I get it.
Yeah, just download it.
I can do that on Kindle.
I download them free from the library.
Am I able to download, if I have a PDF of a book, let's just say I have a magical PDF. It comes from nowhere. Am I able to upload a regular PDF to the Kindle?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
It's got to be presented on a platform like Audible or
Audible's the
So you're forced to read
audiobooks.
their content.
well, but it's also
No. There's programs out there that can read a PDF book.
I mean, like Adobe can read PDF, but I
Yeah.
mean, I'm just thinking because I found a website and
the answer is I don't know. If maybe there is a way to load them into the Kindle. I don't know.
I think they have to be downloaded
There you
from
go.
a platform, but I don't know.
Oh,
Or you can, apparently.
there you go.
There you go. I've never done it, so again, my answer is like,
So interesting enough, I have I bought a new iPad, and I wanted to start doing that and start reading because my dad had I want to start reading. Period. I hate reading, but every time I have read in the past, I've loved it.
Right.
Couldn't get enough of
you
it.
mean like fantasy novels?
Just whatever it is.
Like,
You know?
you need to read that
Dan-
series I told you to read about.
how about
That one, and there's Tom Clancy. There's just like, all the Michael Crichton stuff and all the Stephen King stuff. Just doesn't
Yep.
matter. It's just like anytime I read anything, I have to force myself to do it. But once that ball gets rolling,
Yeah.
oh my God, I can't stop and I love it. But
especially Daniel Steele?
so-
Ooh, yes.
yeah, a little Fabio action.
Yeah.
But it's like I went to I listened to this one guy, Pythagorean theorist kind of guy. He does a YouTube channel. That's not his name. It's whatever. I'll talk about him on
Alien
another
life
podcast.
form.
Dude, this guy is super smart, and he shared about a PDF vault that you can go to, and you can download all these free books.
Hmm.
And it's like thousands of them, history books and everything. And
Okay.
it's like I don't even know the name of it. I'll have to PDF downloads. It's anyways. So I downloaded like a couple hundred books.
Oh, wow.
And there's a process to do it, because they want you to look at ads and stuff like that. So it's tedious, but at the end of the day, you download all these different PDFs. And I download a couple hundred.
What was your filter? Like, what books were you?
Well, I was looking up like
history.
Tibet history and mechanical engineering, just kind of documentary style books. No fantasy or anything like that. The golden ratio. Elemental compounds, just different things that kind of sparked interest to me. Science books, biology books, astrology, a chakra, just different kind of
Interesting.
religion books. Like I wanted to find out more about some of the histories of God bless it, not Christian, but Muslim. I wanted to know more about Muslim. There's some Muslim books out there that are pretty interesting. They talk about how it came about,
Mm-hmm.
and it's funny the way. Well, I won't say, but some of it's funny because they're like, it's kind of like the Roman. I'm sorry, I didn't say the Mormon kind of religion. It's kind of like, yeah, that's not true, but yet these people out there are still Mormons. But
Right.
whatever. So I want to learn more about it, and so that's kind of what I wanted to do. So I downloaded all these books, thinking that no matter what happens, I have these books. So if we don't have internet for whatever reason, yeah, granted you got to have electricity, but if you have a tablet, it doesn't matter. You don't need to be connected to the internet to look at a PDF on your tablet, right?
Right.
So it's just
If it's downloaded on the device, no.
Yeah, like mine, the Kindle. What also you can do is get a library card. I download all my books for free off the library,
Really?
right into the Kindle.
No
First
shit.
run books.
Yeah.
Brand new books.
I've got a library card.
Yeah.
So you just connect
that's a great
the
idea.
Frisco library account to the Kindle?
Nope. You go into. They have an app.
You go straight to the Frisco Public Library app.
Yep. You go to the app, and it gives you the option to download as a Kindle. Boom. Then it takes you to Amazon. It does its thing. Get library book, and it downloads it to your Kindle right
No
there.
shit.
It's
For
like-
free. So you don't have to pay
Nope.
like you do for all the other stuff they have there.
Nope.
That's
So is
interesting.
the Department of Education paying for that?
They're going to yank that.
I know.
You're going to lose your books.
Hell,
But
no,
I
they're
believe
not
I
paying for
believe
that.
I believe most of the public libraries do that now.
Hey, the public library used to be the thing. Man, I love going there. There was a period when I was doing the disc jockey thing.
Mhm.
There was a period where I brought like 2 or 3 laptops to the public library. And when you go to the Windows Media, let's say I take a disc, a CD, compact disc,
Mhm.
and with an album, whatever, Motley Crue, brand new, out of it, just pop it out, and you pop it in the computer, close it, Windows Media pops up.
Mhm.
Under the settings, you can say download, up or whatever. Just take the data off the disk and put it in a file. And then at the very end of it, do you want to capture the graphics of the CD?
Right.
And it captures everything. So it has all the names of the songs. It has the album information
Mhm.
and
you
everything
you
right
would
there.
You were taking them from CDs and putting them on your laptop.
I went to the public library, and that's what I did, dude. I would sit there and take like a stack of 10, and I'd walk over there and pop them in there, and I was in the corner of the library, and nobody saw me, and I was like,
I mean, were you doing something you weren't allowed to do? I don't think so.
I mean, is it nefarious? Are you allowed to do that? Is that what you're saying?
Right. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't-
mean, it seems like you're stealing it.
no, as long as you legally purchased the CD.
Dude, I was at the library. I didn't purchase shit.
Oh, you were using the library CDs.
Yes,
Oh, God.
'cause-
I thought you were just using their machines to do.
No, I brought my own laptop, and I was going because they have CDs, they have DVDs there.
That's nefarious.
You know, and
You were breaking the law.
yeah, I just made a copy.
You
They're
were
going to come after you. Was this in New Jersey?
you were a
No,
criminal.
this is here.
Ooh,
Oh boy, there's no statute of limitations on this
Yeah.
either.
they're
Well,
coming for you.
I know.
there's no proof of it.
We're gonna have to delete this
Except
podcast.
this podcast.
This podcast will never see the
Well,
light of day.
it was just kind of whatever. I did it. It's done. But still, it was kind of like, we're doing it right now. And we're doing it right now, and it's legal.
Doing what right now?
We're doing the book, so you can pull the book right from there, and you put it on your phone. Same thing.
Yep.
So what's the difference?
Well, they take it back. You return it.
I can give it back.
If they ask for it.
I don't want it, but
Well,
they
it
can have
You,
it
you
back.
want your Motley Crue album back? I'll give it back.
It automatically pulls it back. You get it for 2 weeks, and then it automatically pulls it back. If you didn't finish a book, you just pull it out again.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, man.
That is actually very cool. I mean, I'm interested in doing that.
That's what I said. That way, like I said, when I have time, I'm standing in the pharmacy line for fucking 20 minutes. I'll pull out my book and I'll read it
Right.
instead of the news.
Yeah, my eyesight's too bad for that. I have to dive into some glasses.
You need to
Yeah,
I
it's
just bite the bullet and do it, man.
I got my trifocals.
try.
Yeah. They're pretty cool. I like them. I got originally, I got.
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah, I got progressive at first.
They just gave me headaches.
It's crazy because your neck starts hurting
Fuck
because
that.
you're trying to
Well,
find.
they also said that you can't look out like this. Like when you're driving, sometimes you're looking off to the side. They said you have to turn your head.
Right. So
I'm like, no, that's.
with
I wore them for like 2 or 3 days. I was like, yeah, this is not going to work.
I wore them until Shelley lost them, and then I had to get a replacement, and I went with trifocal this time. So it's 3 distinct areas of the glasses that you get used to, like looking. So
No, give me a headache.
Oh, look, Jeff.
yeah, he ordered that for me. Wasn't that very nice? After you
Oh.
guys already got your shirts and I didn't get one.
I found the extra card. That's when I ordered it.
What are you talking about?
Uh-huh.
What is this? This Garrison Brothers extra large shirt that we have from the car. I'm surprised they were still valid.
Yeah, I did that probably a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a little gift.
Wasn't that nice of him?
Because we got them a long time ago.
Were you looking at me like that? I didn't have the cards. He had the cards.
First, I wasn't invited to the event.
Well, first
Second-
of all, I'm the one that
Second,
procured these cards, by the way.
No, he was handing them out.
Just like I got, well, I'm the one that took extras, and I got you your little beer glass,
beer glass.
A beer glass.
I don't know.
the Estella one.
Oh yeah.
What about that?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, except
Who
it-
looks out for you? I didn't get a props for that.
Fine.
Well, thanks, Sean, for looking out for me.
Thanks for the Stella glass.
I got Chuck too, by the way.
He got 2 of them, yeah.
Oh,
Jeff got one.
that's fair.
Yeah. I feel bad. I didn't get Tim one.
Way to go.
he
We
can
just scratch out my name. and
yeah, he
put
can
Tim.
have mine.
Yeah, I get a magic marker. I should have
Tim.
told him to do that. Yeah, whatever it is, what it is. You would have, no, whatever. All right, so the
Yes.
public library right there. How can we help search and browse depths articles? That's actually really cool.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, do it.
But I was interested in the PDF download one because it's a huge archive. I mean, it's a huge
Yeah.
database and it's free.
I think Google Books also is like that. Google has a shit ton of books you can download, just like that.
I'm a proponent for doing that. I'd love to
I'm
be able
still
to.
in the paperback mode personally, but that doesn't mean I
Man,
can't
I
make a
am not.
transition.
I've tried. First of all, I struggle reading. Period. I mean, I can read. I don't. But it's just I struggle. It's attention deficit disorder for me. I have a
Right.
very difficult time concentrating. It has to be a perfect wind of events for me to sit there and do it.
Yeah.
I have to shut everything down and literally put earbuds in my ears. And
Yeah.
even then, while I'm reading the book, I'll start daydreaming.
Right.
And it's just like, fuck, it sucks.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, right now, my job right now, a lot of my job is writing, and it sucks because I will fucking get distracted right in the middle of writing something, and then I'll have to stop. I'll have to go jump on my trampoline and, come back, play play some video games.
Yeah, kind of going back to the concern about aging brain and memory loss and stuff like that. So, I mean, I kind of equate it to my hearing loss. In certain situations, right, if it's very difficult to hear, then I just won't put forth the effort. I can put forth the effort, and I can watch lips, and I can hear the context, and I can, whatever I can hear, I can piece it together. But it takes work. You know what I mean? It takes work to listen and engage with other people in that environment. Now I'm finding myself looking at something I need to do for work, and my brain is deciding that that's too much work.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Let me share.
It looks like it's going to be hard. So what do? I go, I don't want to do that. And I'm not making a conscious decision. I just go, I don't want to do that. And I grab my phone and I start looking at news.
That's where I was getting to be with corporate life. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
I don't want to do it. I don't
About reading?
No, just
work.
Dealing with executives and all the bullshit that goes around with corporate life.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm done.
It's really boring.
Well, it's not just that, but it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Then you sit back and I've been thinking, what did I do the last 35 years that was worthwhile work-wise?
Yeah.
Nothing.
But I'm concerned that it's not necessarily that I don't like it. But, I don't have
I enjoyed what I did.
Right. To me, it's like, God, that's going to be work.
Jeff, you had an
hard.
extraordinary circumstance. You had a sinking ship that you were always about to be let go anytime.
Yes.
And that is different. And it stinks that it beat the hell out of you.
Yeah, you worked for over a decade with this cloud over your head.
Yeah, just never ending.
I had 13 managers in 16 years.
Jeez, that's crazy. Come on.
So we're going to double back here, back to the mental breakdown. And I'm going to say, is RFK Jr., he was on a flight, and he added some blue shit to his drink.
Mm.
And they were like, what is this? And he says...
Kool-Aid.
It was, it's blue methylene is what it is. Blue methylene. And they sell it at Amazon. You can buy it. And what he does, he adds it to drink because he says it connects all those neurons.
Loose strands.
Perhaps. He says it helps him. It helps on a variety of things. It helps with cancer, anti-aging stuff, cancer. It helps with a whole stream of things.
Cyanide poisoning.
So he said he'd gone viral on social media yet again after the video showed him administering droplets of a mysterious blue liquid into his drink on a board of flight. The clip of Mr. Kennedy, who has been nominated for presidential to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, had garnered millions of views across X and Reddit in less than 24 hours, leading to speculations about the mysterious substance. Unclear when the video was taken, but one of the prevailing theories suggests that RFK was administering a dye called blue methylene. He actually weighed into that. MB, while flying, hold on, let me see, go down here a little bit further.
So what is blue methylene made out of?
That's a good question. So let me type that in real quick.
It's methylonium chloride.
It's a synthetic compound.
So it's fake.
Right. It's not naturally occurring, apparently.
So it's synthetic dye made. And look, this is also the same stuff that you put in for your fish.
But what's interesting is I'm looking at the screen here, medicinal uses, right? I see cyanide and carbon monoxide poisoning antidote, urinary tract pain relief, anti-malarial research, and the treatment of, good Lord, methylglobinaemia, which is a condition where hemoglobin loses its ability to carry oxygen effectively. I don't see anything about it making your brain more efficient or connecting loose strands.
So that was something that he said.
Right.
And he says there's studies out there that frankly, that they're not out there. There are studies out there. They're not going to be readily available because otherwise, if you're going to be healthy about it, no one wants you healthy. They're going to suppress all that stuff. Did I share in one of the other podcasts about how there was a study done about salt over in the UK, and how the salt folks over in the UK were eating 3 times the amount of salt prescribed by the American Heart Association, and those people that had 3 times the amount of salt that the American Heart Association prescribes, they lived longer, less heart attacks, better health, blood pressure, everything was great.
Okay.
They published their findings, and the American Heart Association reached out to them and said, "Pull the article. Pull it, or you're no longer gonna get funding." They told them to fuck off, and they published it anyways. But it's not going to get any airtime. But my point is that anything that's good for you, I don't. This is all crystal skull shit, And this is one of the latest ones. There was hydrogen water that was put out there, where you take your water, add hydrogen to it, and the more hydrogen in it is supposed to help your body. I don't know. I didn't buy it. One of our listeners, Larry, purchased one. He says he hasn't because he was reading some articles on it. There's a doctor out there that I forget his name, Dr. Alex something, and he started promoting. I was on the Joe Rogan show, and he was talking about hydrogen water and how healthy it is, and just
was he trying to sell it?
No, it's not. He got his fame from telling people when they were going to die, essentially, because he was a specialist that worked for insurance companies that would diagnose folks to determine whether how long they're going to live based on what they have and ailments
and basic lifestyle choices, right?
Yeah, and he was really good at it. And he was like, because he had a conversation with RFK, and he basically said, "Hey, dude, you're gonna have 10. You got 10 years. You maybe have 10 years, maybe 15." And he says, "So these are the things that you need to do to create a better lifestyle for you." Even Dana White had the same conversation with the same doctor.
Yeah.
So he's a well-known doctor. I just brain farting at the seat. I can't remember his God bless the name.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh yeah, it was Alex Barines. Is that him right there?
Berenson?
Let me see what he looks like.
He's an author. He's not a doctor.
Hold on.
Alex Berenson, I read a bunch of his books.
Let's
Really?
show a fucking picture of him. No, that's not him.
Was it like Fabio type books?
No,
Fantasy books?
it's a spy novel book.
Oh,
And they're really good.
really?
Yeah. I forgot about his books. I read quite a few of them. I want to see if which ones are still out there. I forgot about him.
I was going to say Dr. Berg. Dr. Berg is one of them.
I prefer sci-fi and fantasy. Those are my go-tos.
I'm reading The Wheel of Time right now. Have you read that?
We saw this show on.
Well,
on
I watched
Amazon.
the show, and then the guy who used to work for me from England was a big fan of The Wheel of Time, and he actually told about me about it probably a decade ago. And he goes, "It's a great book, and there's a series, and it's one of the top sci-fi books out there."
It's
Fiction,
Gary
fantasy.
Brecka. Gary Brecka. That's who it is.
And
it's a trilogy or like a series.
Well, it's a series, but it's a hard read for me for some reason.
Interesting.
I downloaded it. I bought the book because the library didn't have it. Actually, they did, but there were too many holds on it.
Hold on. They have a hold
We only
on
have
a digital book.
Yes.
they only have a certain number of licensed
Yeah,
copies.
they may
that
have like
can
6 copies, and 10 people
Yeah.
want to read it. So you just put your name on it, and they'll shoot you an email. "Hey, your book's ready." You go out there and download it.
Interesting.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it's copyright.
Well, you have to buy.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
right
I
of
get
the
it.
book.
It's all chain of custody kind of thing, but
Yeah.
at the same time,
You think there'd be unlimited copies?
I'm just thinking-
It's all licensing.
Yeah, digital means unlimited, right? But it doesn't in this case,
Yeah,
right?
it's just a license.
Because they want their money. They get their money when they sell these books to the library.
Oh yeah. Well, there's 15 books. I'm on the first
Oh,
book.
damn.
I'm on the first book. And I'm about 40% done.
I've heard of Robert Jordan, I think.
Yeah, it's a good book. There's a lot to it.
That's
it's
a lot
very.
of books.
It's. I'm reading the very first one. It's
what is it about? Looks like you got like Dragon Reborn, The Shadow Rising.
Yeah,
so
it's
this
kinda
is
It's time.
it's a fantasy, epic fantasy.
What didn't you watch The Wheel of Time on Amazon?
No, I don't think so.
There's
Yeah.
2 seasons of it.
We did. We liked it.
The show actually is obviously more in the book, but it follows the story pretty close.
Yeah. Can you look up? I read a really long series called Gore, Gor, when I was in middle school, and I'm not sure I probably should have. It was pretty racy, and
Wheel of Time. When did that come out?
I read all these books.
Maybe 4 years ago, the first series.
Is that the same
4
guy?
years? No,
John Norman.
That's John Norman.
Oh, what was the other guy that wrote the Wheel of Time?
Was it
Robert
Reardon or something like that. Robert
something. Robert Jordan.
is close.
Okay. All right.
So I'm wondering if maybe wonder if like exercising your brain by reading these books is also a good way for you to be able, for anyone to be able to reach for those words that you struggle to get.
Oh
all the
yeah,
time.
no, reading is good for your brain.
It does.
It's like exercise. Absolutely.
And
It
you
is.
learn quite a bit, actually. You because they use words that you don't hear or see normally.
Like irony.
Yeah, like
I know damn well. That wasn't that I didn't know irony. It's just like I'm forgetting simple things.
I know.
It's so frustrating.
well, start reading, see if it helps.
I read today that another sign of like pre-dementia is when you start losing things because you're putting them where they don't belong, like finding a remote in the freezer. Or
Well, I've never done that.
so I know that's the next. If you find yourself,
Did that happen to you?
no, it did
Okay,
not.
just
It did
checking.
not. But I forgot about John on Friday when we went on our run.
Yeah, that's true. You were absent-minded. Yep.
I mean, so yeah, John Rodriguez reached out and said,
Well, in all fairness, you were struggling that day because look, we had a little powwow, and frankly, it just wasn't the same, Jeff. I mean, we went out there. We're just like, this is a good time. Cheers, guys. Yeah,
yeah, and we all just kind of looked at the ground and
yeah.
sipped on our
You guys
beer.
want something to eat? Yeah, I guess we'll have some chips or
Then
something.
you
And
just
I was
shuffled home.
I was like, Chuck, are you crying? It was weird. It was really awkward.
Well, I mean, it's after 6. I mean, he didn't even call us, and he could have showed up.
Yeah, I know. He never calls. He never
Nothing.
writes. He never brings me flowers.
I was in bed by 8:30 that night.
So you're saying we had 2.5 hours available for you?
Okay, first off, you need to work on your work stamina
I do. 100%.
so that you can go with us for an hour and a half or an hour.
I sat in my office for 8 years downstairs all day, every day. That was my work
Yeah,
day.
you have no stamina.
I don't. No, I had
Get
my,
a trampoline.
We do.
Well, I've been.
So fucking figure it out, Jeff.
I am. I'm working with my wife and figuring out timing and shit like that.
Yeah,
So,
but we would love that.
yes.
We want you there.
It'll be late. I mean, it'll be closer to. Although I got home today, about 5:15, 5:20.
See, we can make that work.
Well, whatever.
All right,
mean,
anyway, we'll work it out.
I mean, and actually, what we could do is we could just like be parked right out in front of your house and just wait. We'll just be pre-gaming until you get
There
there.
we go. Hey, here he comes.
Yay!
The car starts going shaking.
Okay, wow.
Right.
I don't know why we're panting, but Brody's got, when he started working at NTV.
He's got a sock too.
No, he's got the shirt with embroidered with his name, and it's cool. These cool. It's funny how you get excited about when you feel real in a job.
Right.
When they buy you apparel, you know what I mean? It's got his name on it, and they threatened to call it to spell it IE.
Uh-oh.
And he's like, no, it's DY. And they're like, well, we put IE on the form. I'm sorry. And he was all worried that when the shirts were going to show up,
That's
they said
bro
IE.
die.
Yeah. And they didn't. They didn't mess up his name. But anyway, he's got these cool shirts. They gave him like 5 of them.
Right.
Anyway, it's cool.
Well,
Good
anyway,
stuff.
yeah, and it's a real thing. So work that out with Julie. Anything I can do to influence that, let me know.
Best if you.
Right.
It would be more
that'll go
likely.
well.
They're more likely
not
to
go
be
well.
successful if you're not involved. Yeah, maybe.
That's true. Well, sometimes the power of suggestion,
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm just saying, have her put herself in Jeff's shoes.
Yes. And he's
I
got.
mean, what if
got
she didn't have time to go do something with Andrea?
He's got 3 desperate friends that miss him terribly. That's what she needs to know.
Yes.
Yes. Needy,
Very needy,
clingy,
ensheathing.
pathetic.
Ooh.
Yes.
I don't know
Friends.
about that part.
Yeah, right.
The
Did you say
keyword.
5:30 to 7?
See, he's already having problems with
I
the
know.
schedule.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Why not? Anyway, let's move on. I want to talk about things that we can look forward to. We're kind of in the dead spot, like in between, Christmas and the
Well,
holidays.
football's done.
Football's done. Sports
Yeah.
are kind of done, except the Stars.
Baseball's about to
What
start
about
up,
the
right?
Mavericks?
Oh,
What are
God.
our
What about
opinions
Dirk?
about the Mavericks?
Dirk going to where did he go
No,
to? Oh, not Dirk. Luca.
The Luka
He went to the
trade.
Lakers.
Dude, Mavs fans are losing their shit over this trade.
There's some
And it's shady.
There's some highly irrational fans out there.
Very.
They staged a protest down there.
Yeah, but what
Dude.
was the angle? I mean, why did they do that?
No one
That's
understands
the
it.
kind of question is why did they do this?
No
knows.
one understands it. So
There's
story,
all kinds of rumors.
but I'll give you the story that Barry told me because Barry knows, right? And Luka has always battled weight issues.
Right.
He's always been slightly overweight, underconditioned. He has to take a week off during the season to try to get back into shape, before the playoffs start, and it leads to injuries. He's not very durable because he's got too much weight that he's carrying on his 6'7" frame. Okay, so that factors into it right there. And the other thing is he was set to get after, not this year, but after next year, he was set to get a Supermax contract, which is they only offer that type of contract to players that have been with the team since they were drafted. Okay? And there was, the general manager was kind of indicating that, maybe he was, maybe wasn't going to sign that Supermax contract, and so they were potentially on a path to lose him anyway. So maybe they were going to try to get something for him now and work for success right now by getting Anthony Davis. Maybe they could get to the, they're going to be in the playoffs. But
I see some
actually,
other stuff.
no, they're on the outside looking in on the playoffs.
I see some other stuff that they're talking about. Injury is one of them.
Yes,
because he's not staying healthy off season.
Right.
And so it's conditioning. There is some outside influences, his extracurricular lifestyle. So whatever he's doing isn't like, I don't know if it's drugs or what it is, but
where are you getting that from?
Right here, from the ESPN.
TMZ.
No, it was reported the night that hold on, off-court habits.
Well, Los Angeles isn't going to be any better for him.
Oh, it's going to be worse if he does have something.
Yeah, if he's got some vices, he's going to struggle out there more so than Dallas.
Well, I mean, but look, this is a multi-billion-dollar business. So these guys making these trades, they got to know something that we don't.
I'm thinking it's injury related, where he gets injured every year just about.
Right.
And I think he's only 25, about to be 26.
Right. So he's still young.
And I think the longevity of him was in doubt.
So here's the problem. Anthony Davis averages 40 games a year.
Yeah, he's just as bad.
He's just as bad. Maybe even worse.
He's already injured. He's going to be out.
Exactly.
For a while.
Exactly. So, so here's the other knock on Nico, the general manager. He didn't come from a basketball background.
He's from Nike.
Yeah, he is a shoe salesman that made it up to the upper ranks of Nike, and he hobnobbed with all the executives and people in the industry, and his best friend is the GM of the Lakers, and it was a side deal that the two of them worked out. This is the part that blows me away. The VP of the Mavericks, Michael Finley, didn't know about it. The head coach, Jason Kidd, didn't know about it. All these key people didn't know about it. He just worked it out with the governor of the team, who is like apparently the right-hand man of the owners. So the owners are just investors. They're not.
Yeah, they're not involved.
They're not like Cuban.
Not like Cubes.
Exactly. Not like Cuban. And so they're just like, you want to do what? Okay. Is it going to make us more money? Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, whatever. And so the governor of the team, I don't know what his name is, but he worked it out. He talked about it with Nico, and Nico talked to his best friend over at the Lakers, and boom, next thing you know, it happened. So anyway, people are freaking out. Because here's the biggest thing. I think what they're not considering here is the entertainment value of the game itself.
Right.
People love watching Luka. He is exciting to watch. As a matter of fact, I'm not even a Mavs fan, and I quit the NBA, and I was like, he's fun to watch. This guy's good. He's fun to watch. They just lost that.
Yep.
And they hate the Lakers on top of it because the Lakers are just a nauseating,
Why would they give it to somebody
superstar
in their own
stacking team
in their own conference? Why wouldn't they go like the Eastern?
Is that where Lieberman is at?
Yes.
Lieberman, yes.
So
yes.
I thought Lieberman was quitting.
No.
Where have I heard that from?
Well, he made some comments, but then he said you misunderstood me or something, some bullshit like that.
That's probably when the middle of the P. Diddy stuff is coming out.
I don't
Well,
know.
the other day he just had a milestone. He is the only person to score 40 points at 40 years old.
It's incredible what he's doing.
Yeah.
It really is. I can't stand him, but I can't. I nothing but respect in terms of what he has done in this career. It's absolutely incredible, and he is the GOAT. I hate to say it.
Yeah, but he's just a racist POS. That's the problem.
I kind of feel that way too, but whatever. Oh, by the way, I meant to bring that up about LeBron James. He at the Lakers game, there were members of the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right.
And it was before the Super Bowl, and there were three of them. Two were, black athletes, and one was the 22-year-old guy that had the pick six.
DeJean or whatever his name.
Yeah, Deshaun or DeJean or whatever.
Right.
Anyway, all three of them were like courtside or something, and LeBron James shook the hands of one of the guys, skipped over that kid, even though he reached his hand out, even though he was with them, he didn't know him. So he was like, I don't know you, and didn't take his hand and skipped over him and shook the hand of the next guy. That's the kind of guy he is. He's just not a nice guy. He's just a dick.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Now, you could call it racist because he shook the hand of the two black guys and not the white guy. But, now they asked that kid, now that he's like a Super Bowl, he made a name for himself, right? Everybody's talking about this kid now. It's like, would it be different now? And Deshaun was classy about it. He was like, "Oh, if I were to get a chance to meet him again, I would have loved to meet him." I mean, because he's a kid,
right?
He's like our kid, 22 years old.
He's grown up watching him play basketball.
Yes, unbelievable. What a great story. That's one of the neat stories about the Super Bowl was that kid. Got a pick six and played really well.
Cooper John slided by him. Hey, I want to bounce back, and we'll come right back to this. That because I don't want to leave an open-ended hydrogen water thing, because that doctor is Gary Brecka, the one that was on the Joe Rogan show, and the benefits of it, I'm not going to dive in a lot, but just benefits: antioxidant properties, metabolic enhancement, athletic performance, overall health and awareness. That's what they're saying. It's more than just hydrogen water. It's a molecular revolution, and the science behind the hip, whatever.
Is somebody trying to snuff that out, or what?
No, there's no one said it. No one has said anything negative about it. 100%. In fact, there are thousands of studies that have all produced of the benefits that it produces, and you can get different hydrogen.
Can we make it ourselves?
Yes, you can make it. You just got to buy the little apparatus for it, and it's like $40 for one. There's different types that you get. I did a little research on the different ones.
What does it do for you again? Like in
gives
general?
you an erection.
Well, it adds more. It adds more hydrogen into your body. Essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that a good thing?
Yes, it is. Yeah, we need more hydrogen. There's some people that say, the hydrogen peroxide, take a capful. I don't know if that's necessarily true or not. I
had heard that.
So a hydrogen bomb would be good for us then.
Yes.
Did you say bomb?
Yes.
Yes. The massive explosive device.
I thought you said balm. I thought they can make hydrogen balm.
Oh, we're getting inundated with hydrogen. Yay.
I feel so healthy.
Wow. What's that fire, Daddy? I don't know, but embrace the hydrogen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Walk to the light.
Wow. Hey, so you had that Libran James video. Play that real quick. I'm curious about if it's a true story that he skipped over that kid. Yeah, he slighted him days before the Super Bowl. Oh, it doesn't have a video. Oh, it is a video of it. Okay.
All right.
So he's greeting all these guys. I didn't see anything there. Okay, it was before that.
Well, I guess there's like 10 people lined up there, and he just shook like
the people he knows.
Yeah, he shook like person number one, the person number two.
Yeah, but they made it sound like he stuck his hand out and he skipped over him. Or maybe that's what happened prior to him.
Yeah, he didn't skip over him. Hell, he's like third or fourth down the row.
Yeah, but it might have happened beforehand. I don't know. He might have shaken the hands of people to the right and skipped over.
Well,
that
I
kid.
think the look on his face was like a hurt child, is what they're kind of calling out. He looks all hopeful.
You know how they always make things.
He's like,
You know how they always make things be like clickbait.
Yeah, I don't.
They try to make
I agree with that.
They
one.
try to make a scandal out of everything. I don't know. So it's kind of not fair for me to be dogging him, but I'm not a fan, so whatever.
Well, it'd be nice if it'd be nice if Libram James would come to the table and at least just have a conversation, because there's a lot of data, there's a lot of things that he said out there that are the reason why we feel the way towards the way he is. And if he would just come out and just say, have some.
I tell you what, there's a lot of people my age, my generation, that probably are not watching the NBA, and I'm not going to say he's the reason, but he's not helping.
Yeah, no, he's not helping.
He's
not
helping.
Part of the solution. And he's part of the problem.
He probably needs to he needs to know that. He probably doesn't believe that, but he is.
Yeah,
he's one of the reasons why I don't watch.
40 goals at 40 years old. Next year I'm gonna do 41.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
Was that a good impersonation?
Not really.
I don't think he talks like that.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah, he had a commercial with the little short black guy,
Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
that actually is a pretty funny commercial.
It is pretty funny.
Comes up to his penis.
Yeah.
Huh. That's a different commercial. Which one did you watch? Was that the one on OnlyFans? Oh, must have been on.
That's
on YouTube.
Well, the height difference was causing.
Was there bottles of baby oil in the background?
Yeah. It was on.
Did you
Pornhub?
Did you see? I heard on the radio today what Kanye West did for a Super Bowl. He had in three markets. He ran a commercial for Yeezy.com.
Oh, I heard about the T-shirt.
And so he has a Yeezy.com, which is a store with all the shoes and apparel and stuff like that. Well, they ran the commercials during the Super Bowl, and he had them pull all the merchandise down and put one thing up. It was a shirt with a swastika on it.
What's wrong with him?
For $20.
He is something wrong in the head.
There's
something wrong with him.
He's gone down the Nazi line several times.
In what? Like, what's his end game there?
I don't know.
I don't understand him.
Yeah, there's some lawsuits.
He reminds
out there.
me of like Hillary Clinton. He's just trying to be relevant, you know.
I think he's got some mental instability.
I think he does have mental instability.
Because there's been
not to say that Hillary doesn't, but talking about him, he definitely does.
Yeah, I think he does.
She's not right. Weird.
No, but anyway, I think that was anyway.
There was an interview.
Shopify took him offline.
There was an interview that he just
did.
did recently where he had a full mask on his head.
Yeah.
And his lawyer was telling him to, you couldn't ask him a question. He was like, "You're telling me I can't fucking ask my own lawyer a question?" And he just got all, dude,
And then he's on the Grammys, uninvited to the Grammys.
His wife is nude, essentially.
Completely nude, yeah. I mean, she was wearing like a see-through sock, like a tan-colored see-through sock, and they asked her, "Well, what's your fashion underneath your big robe thing that you're wearing?" And she's like, "Oh," she drops it all, and everybody's just like, "Really?"
And she's naked, 100% naked,
and you could see like hooch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seeing her cooch.
And then Kanye just like, yeah, that's my naked wife. Was that a good impression?
He was.
It was odd because, I mean, after they asked him to leave, and then, she's like on his back, and he's like giving her a piggyback ride out. And
really?
It's just, yeah.
Wasn't he the one that also stumbling around the Grammys with a bottle of Jack and got asked to leave? And
I don't know. I didn't hear that about this time.
That was years ago, a decade ago. I don't know.
Is that when he was like when Beyonce should have won and Taylor
Yeah,
Swift?
that was Taylor Swift.
Yes.
He got up there and...
Was that Kanye West?
That was Kanye West, yes.
So it was him, and he did have a bottle of Jack stumbling around the arena. This guy's he's not in good shape. He needs help.
Well, apparently he announced the other day that he is again a billionaire.
Oh, good for him.
Yes.
He announced it.
Yes. Well, he was a billionaire, and then Adidas dropped him, and he lost a lot of his endorsements, and he lost half of his money.
You did.
And then...
Well, and he was a huge Trump supporter at one point. And
Yeah,
Trump
that
was
was weird.
and Trump was like, okay. He embraced him at first.
Right.
But then he was like, yeah, this is probably not good for me.
Yeah. So I guess here over the last week he announced that he's made his money back and he's a billionaire again.
How did he do that? What are you making on? Did he
Stocks. Dogecoin.
Dogecoin?
Dogecoin.
Damn it. I should have bought it. I knew I should have bought it. All right, let's see. I wanted to talk about some things that we can look forward to. Like we're kind of in the dead zone of things. I know we got Valentine's Day. That's not really a super exciting thing to look forward to.
I mean, we got spring break coming up.
Yeah, spring break, and then we've got St. Patrick's Day.
We got St. Patrick's Day. I'll tell you what, man. I'm a little disappointed. Right? It's March. It's right around. It's at the same time we're supposed to go to this whiskey festival. So it may impact me going to the whiskey festival.
Ooh, yeah.
What is?
St. Patty's Day.
Oh.
Because we have our annual St. Patty's Day celebration at the Murphy House.
Right.
What day is St. Patty's Day this year?
It's the 17th every year, I believe.
It's the 17th. That's
I don't know.
It's
a Monday.
That's a Monday.
Yeah. So let me fact check that.
Which means
is it the 15th?
15th is a Saturday.
Which means it should not have. It shouldn't interfere.
And the whiskey thing you said was on the 15th.
So it's on the 17th. It's on a Monday, just like it. So the wife would want that on the Saturday.
And right. You would want your St. Patty's party on Saturday. Yeah,
Did you already buy your tickets?
No, I didn't buy any tickets
okay.
yet. So, that's just it. I'm a little frustrated because I really want to go to this event, and I'm really disappointed. But at the same time,
I was surprised that Mark reached out about it. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, well, it was cool. He's and he wants to get on the show too, so we're gonna get him lined up.
Who is this?
Mark.
Mark. We've had him on before. He's the one that brought over his
He's never been on the show, but he's been here.
Oh, he wasn't on the show?
No, he just showed up to look at things and to be like, oh, wow, this is nice.
Oh, I thought he was on the show.
He was not.
You're 100% certain?
More than 100. Absolutely. He was not on the show. He came over here to look at things.
Interesting.
Yeah. We were doing something over here, and because we were sitting out there for a while, and he may have come in here and put the headset on, but
Okay, that's what I'm remembering.
We did
I'm
not do
clearly
a show.
remembering we had the headset on.
We
Is
did
this
do a
your
show.
ex-brother-in-law?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Good guy.
Good, very good guy.
Yeah. I did a lot of things with him, man. In fact, he called me. I talked to him the other day when we were talking about this whiskey event, and we were talking about how when we used to go down to Pottsboro, and because he had that house out there that he would rent out, or I don't think he rented out actually. He just flipped it essentially, and we used it for 5-6 years, and went out there for whatever little getaway and paintball shooting and stuff.
Yep.
But he and I used to go out there more often because we did a lot of just honeydews, that shit that needs to get done over there.
Yeah.
You know, wintertime comes, you gotta prep it, and you gotta make sure that the mice aren't getting in. You gotta show up once a month to take care of business.
Right.
Cut the grass, it needs to be taken care of. And he had a big tractor, and we would drive around and do that. But I remember one year it was we got there, it was cold as hell, and we started a little fire in the back, and we were taking care of some plumbing issues. So we were digging around the house, and there was a sewer line or something like that, and it was a beast, man. And he started the fires. The fire's going. It's a small little fire, but fuck it, we're trying to get something going. And I go in the house because it was a moment, It was like I go in the house and I'm like, what can I bring in for a drink wise? And I'm looking through his cabinet. He had a bottle of Maker's Mark, and back then we weren't whiskey. We weren't stewards at that time, basically.
Right.
And so I was just like, fuck it, man. So I took the whiskey and I added vodka. So I got whiskey
To the okay.
Yeah, whiskey and vodka and RC Cola.
Ooh, that doesn't sound bad.
I like
Yeah.
RC Cola.
I like RC Cola.
Yeah. So I bring these 16-ounce tumbler out there,
And then
filled
and
without ice, by the way.
you turn the corner quick.
Man, I'll tell you what. Mark looks at me, and I'll never forget it. And he won't ever forget it. He was like, this is the best God-blessed drink I've ever had in my entire life. It was, because it was super cold outside,
Yes.
and we're out there in the fire. There's snow flurries coming down. So it's got a nice little half-inch
So the
little
ambiance was
yeah.
nice.
It was 100% perfect.
It was a bro moment.
Did you
Yeah.
snuggle?
Oh, we ensleeved.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, we ensleeved.
Damn.
Nice.
By the fire or
Well, I
later?
ensleeved because I'm circumcised, so I couldn't do that.
Oh, right.
You can stretch around and
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
he
like silly putty.
hugged
we
it.
don't really need to know the details.
No, okay.
It was cool. That property was fun. We had a lot of paintball excursions out there. And Paul, we'd go out there with, a dozen guys?
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
14 guys, big bonfire. Something you would have gone, you would appreciate it. I
Oh,
wish
you
I
would have
knew
loved
back
it.
then.
Oh, yeah.
You guys would have loved it.
Dude, we did
It
the
was
whole thing.
It was the ultimate guy getaway type of thing.
Leave on I don't know, Saturday morning at 4 a.m, something
Mhm.
ridiculous like that. Get out there,
Set
take an hour
up.
and a half. And we had one of my wife's uncles, part owner of a moving company, United Van Lines. We pick up-
One of your wives' uncles.
Yeah.
They made it sound like you had multiple wives.
Well, yeah. Well,
He's got a harem.
I'm Mormon.
Right.
He's got a harem of just women.
I'm Mormon. So now, anyway, so we pick up a bunch of cardboard boxes and we do our paintball thing. So we got the big dish boxes. I'm sorry, wardrobe boxes. Those
Yeah.
big ones, and they're thick and
they're
beefy.
moving boxes.
Yeah. So so we set those up, and I'm telling you, when we have a bunch. I mean, shit. How many do we have? Like 50. I mean, there were tons of
How'd
boxes.
you get them all up there?
We have trucks.
Like
I mean,
a big old box truck or just pickup trucks?
Oh no, you flatten them.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And then you put them together up there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, they're super easy because you don't use tape. You just fold them, flip, put them,
Right.
over each other, and I mean, it was freaking awesome.
Is
And-
paintball still a thing? I mean, it is.
Yeah,
right?
it is. The kids did just play paintball this past weekend.
Really?
Yeah, they went out there. I'm shit.
It's too cold.
It's not a cold for me. It's a matter of just unhealthy. I mean, I remember one of the times we went out there and I was on the far side. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, go. I remember I launched myself. Step 1, step 2. pulled both my front quads. Boom, boom, done for the day.
Yeah.
Because I was sprinting towards
Oh
it.
yeah, because we were acting all like military,
Oh yeah.
and we're
Fucking-
like running from tree to tree and,
Oh, we're wearing
obstacle
flak
to obstacle.
jackets. You know.
We were thinking we were all like Delta Force.
Well, now at this age, you're just like, I can't do that anymore.
I just
No.
bow out. I'm just like, they ask me, hey, Dad, you want to go? I'm just like, no. No,
Yeah.
not at all. If I put a scuba outfit on, maybe it's got a half-inch of rubber everywhere, so I'm protected.
Oh, yeah, just
Yeah.
bounces off.
Well, that, yeah, it was so much fun out there,
It
though.
really was.
I mean, because there was a trailer park with a barbecue joint that was 100 feet from his property.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we,
a little shack.
but it had great barbecue.
It did. It
and
really
we
did.
we pound down some barbecue over there, and they had some riffraff living in that trailer park that ventured over and like, hey boys, what are you doing? And remember the bus driver? What was she?
Yes, and we all
Was she
like,
looking for some action?
oh, it was,
I don't know what she was.
yeah,
looking
we all
for.
kind of went.
She had like 3 teeth.
Dude, I found a
Yes.
picture. I got a
Yes.
picture of her. It was a pretty good picture. Actually, she's on some level she was cute. All right, when she wasn't smiling,
It was after the Maker's Mark and
And the
vodka
vodka.
and
No,
RC Cola.
she was cute.
7 of those.
All bullshit put aside, she had a nice rack. She had a nice butt. She had beautiful blue eyes. Her hair was long. It's just when she smiled, obviously she's done some crack at some point in her life. But outside of that, she was pretty cute. But, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But, we're married. We don't give a shit. But it was just fun. It was a lot of
It
fun.
was.
Yeah.
I think all guys need some sort of kind of getaway.
Some release like that on Friday
Yeah.
afternoons, Jeff.
Oh yeah, Friday afternoons.
Circle back.
Yeah.
Circle back.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good. It's good.
All right. Well, Valentine's Day, we spoke earlier, is coming up. Are you guys doing anything special?
Yeah, I'm doing nude grilling. Remember?
We
Yeah,
had
we
talked
heard
about
you,
that.
but I didn't
Wearing
hear
a
from.
sock.
Thank you. I don't even want to go over that.
You know,
again.
I'm not. We're not really big Valentine's Day people. We don't get each other gifts. We don't do the
Yeah.
card thing.
Yeah.
But I should probably do something.
yeah.
Right?
The women like it. Whether we think it's
I know.
a made-up holiday or not, the women like it.
I know.
Yeah, it's.
But I always feel like you go to Kroger and you see these guys hustling around with the last minute flowers and they're like 3 times the price that they
I know, it's
normally are.
ridiculous, yeah.
And I just look at them, I'm like, dude, you're a fool. And then when I do that, I'm a fool. You know what I mean? I just feel
You walk
dumb.
in, your wife's like, "You bought those are expensive flowers."
Right? Kind of. You didn't need, how much you spent on that? It was like, who cares? I don't want, it hurts me to say how much I paid for that.
Hey, you know what?
It was $85 and it's fucking stupid because
I'm gonna have
they're
Jeff
dead
laser
4 days
something.
later.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Jeff. You're gonna laser something.
Oh, okay.
What is today? The 12th?
You run out of time, bro.
You have till tomorrow.
I don't know when it's gonna happen.
I don't know. Never mind. That's not happening. I don't know what you're gonna laser anyways. Oh. You know what? We'll table that.
All right.
Anyways, I don't have anything planned either. In fact, I was thinking about that today. I was thinking, fuck, man, I need to go pick something up for her. But at the same time, she doesn't give a shit. But she does like it, so
I know.
I mean, if
that's the thing.
I think I may call Tiff's Cookies, Tiff's Treats,
Yeah,
Tiff's Treats.
Tiff Treats.
You know,
That's
I
good
call
shit.
Tiff's Treats, and I'll put an order in, have some cookies sent to her office. All right. Well, St. Patty's Day's coming up around the corner. We're gonna maybe do the whiskey event. We're not really sure. I don't know. Jeez, man, I don't really know what to do about this.
Maybe we should. It was a good one you said about something at work, right? Whenever you deliver something to work, are we talking about Valentine's Day still?
No, we kind of derailed. No, Valentine's was over. I was going to deliver Tiff's Treats. I immediately jumped over to St. Patty's Day that's coming up. That's
okay.
conflicting with our whiskey event. Jeff doesn't give a fuck because he's taking his God blessing school spring break. He's like, check it out, bitches. See ya.
Oh, you have plans during that?
Yeah, we're gonna drive up to my sister's and probably hit a couple of distilleries
Oh,
throughout
fun.
as we're
fun.
going through Kentucky.
So I didn't even realize that's during spring break, that whiskey thing?
Yes.
No.
Well, it's the weekend before spring break.
So it's during spring break.
Yeah.
Yeah. That might be an issue for me too. I don't know. We might be going up to the cabin. I don't know.
And do you have a spring break anymore?
What does that mean?
You don't have kids at school anymore.
So I don't know. I mean, Austin and Preston, but
Oh, that's true.
I mean,
Because I realized that I was like, I don't have spring. Well, I never did because I was in corporate.
But you still do. Your wife
Yeah.
gets it off.
Well, I mean,
So you'll forever have it off, just like my
Oh,
wife.
True.
So you do have a spring break, but you guys could do a spring break anytime you wanted to.
That's what I mean. You go on a vacation whenever you want.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm screwed. My wife's never going on vacation.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. We talked about going to Gatlinburg.
I sent information.
I know, it
there
was
is
good.
No info.
I know. We just never jump on shit. We always talk about doing stuff and we never do it. What's wrong with
I'm
us?
just going to have to go by myself. That's all there is to it. I have to just do a little vacation by myself. That's sad. Go on a fucking cruise.
By yourself.
Yeah. Play shuffleboard all
You
alone.
should do like the Virgin cruise. Nothing but adults party all day, apparently.
I'm sure.
Single people.
No.
Yeah, I don't. You know,
Couples.
I don't know. See, as much as I would like to do that, I wouldn't have. It's gonna sound kind of sappy, but I wouldn't have as much fun with my wife not being there.
No, I get it.
No, I understand
Yeah.
that 100%.
We
So
totally
it's
get
just,
that.
and it would suck. All right. Well, speaking of sucking, I've been sucking this drink down.
Oh, okay.
And
Whew, I wasn't sure where he was going with that.
no, I mean we've got our whiskey, and it is the Rebel. I miss the old phrasing of the Rebel Yell. Where the hell did that go?
Well, they took that off the bottle because it was deemed racist, apparently.
Yep, it was woke. It was tied to Confederate Southern Civil War. I'm like,
Whatever.
get the fuck over that. That was what? How many hundreds of years ago?
So this is the
180 years ago.
Yes.
This is the Rebel 10-year single barrel bourbon. Tasting notes of. Let's get a little.
This is a weeder, by the way.
A weeder.
I'll tell you what. I wrote it down because I found it interesting. On the first taste, I picked up ketchup.
Ooh.
It's kind of a tang, sweet tang.
Yeah, I see. I could see that. I'm thinking that was.
Seems like a generic nose to me. Nothing really jumps out.
Did Logan pick it up and swig out of it? Because
No.
that could be his mustache.
Gross. Gross.
No, I do not believe so.
Yeah, that's a very generic nose. I get nothing out of the nose.
So from that does have an orange kind of bump to it, which could lead into that ketchup.
Yeah, it's just you know how ketchup kind of, some of it has a twang to it. That's what I'm picking up on it. Then it goes away. But there's a little more.
It's sweet at first.
There's quite a bit more spice to this than the double
Yeah.
oak that we
Oh,
had.
100%. And
100%.
like you said, it's because of the 10 years in the bottle that's been sitting in. So it's sweet at first, and then it's got a more robust and oak finish at the end. It's focused on the end.
I mean, like it or hate it, it definitely has something that lasts a long time on the finish. We were talking about how, the Woodford Reserve just dies on you.
Right.
This does not.
No.
It sticks around a while.
It's buttery
Again,
popcorn.
now if you like it, that's great. If you don't, that's not good. But it does stick around.
I'm not a huge fan of this one.
I'm kind of eh.
No,
I
I like it.
I like the flavor of the Woodford better. This is richer or stronger or whatever one you call it.
Yes,
Flavor-wise, but the flavor that I'm getting, I like the Woodford better.
I would agree. I just wish it lasted.
Right.
I like it. I like this one. I'll be scoring this one higher than I did the double oak Woodford. This one, so the nose is sweet, buttery popcorn, caramel sauce, apple and lemon. The tastes are told to be, some people taste vanilla and toffee apples, baking spices and warm cinnamon, Danish pastries and cinnabon,
No,
and
get
mellow
none of
oak
that.
flavors.
No, I don't
Yeah.
get any of that.
so dumb.
The finish is sweet, soft, and mellow.
Well, this is a single barrel.
yeah, single
so-
barrel, aged 10 years.
Well, each single barrel's
100
different.
proof.
Each single barrel's different.
That's true.
So maybe the one that he's rating had the apples and spices and all that stuff. This one, I don't.
So
pick
this
that up.
one is
So we got the shitty barrel.
this one is the collective one that some people have tasted syndrome.
Interesting.
And I do taste the orange. I did taste it on that last
Maybe
bowl
it's
there.
this. Maybe the citrus is what the tang that I'm picking up, and the sweetness mixing which is giving me that kind of that ketchupy.
So some say Rebel 10-year single barrel is a good whiskey with strong flavors, but others say it's priced a little too high for what you're getting.
What is the price?
I have no
It's
idea.
it's almost $80.
Yeah, I struggle with that.
We've had this one for quite a while.
Ooh, a little yawn there.
Yes. We've had this one for a couple of years, I believe.
This one came out October 12, 2022.
Yeah, are we rating it?
Bottle.
Yeah, I'm going to rate this one a 7.6.
Mm,
I'm about a 6 on this one.
I'm a 5.7.
Let me look at the front of that.
This was barreled in 2009, so this is a 2019 bottle because it's aged 10 years. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
So this one's labeled a little different now. So this one actually brings up dark cherry, which I taste. It didn't say that in the first one. Finished dark cherry, lingers, vanilla. So the first one I mentioned kind of took out. Okay. So I just typed in the date on there.
So ignore everything you said, in other words?
I guess I'm going to rehash what this says. Rebel 10-year single barrel bourbon has tasting notes of caramel, oak, vanilla, and cherry. Each batch has a unique flavor profile, of course. Nose rich caramel softness, oakiness, and nutty quality. Taste of dark cherry flavor, but burnt caramel, buttery vanilla, and oak prominent. What is oak prominent?
Lots of oak on it.
Just a prominent oak taste.
like dark cherry. I don't get any of that.
I do taste a little dark cherry thing going on. Is your laptop just die? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the balanced well overall, enough complexity to keep things interesting, consistent throughout. Hints of citrus on the first sips, which could be the ketchup you're tasting.
Right.
Velvety oak flavor and spice, robust, rebellious flavors, huh? Mature finished, extra sipping whiskey, extra smooth sipping whiskey. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed in this one.
I am too.
I think when we first had this 2-3 years ago, whenever the hell we got this, I think we were bigger fans of, at least for me, I believe I was.
Well, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot better than the last one. I like it a lot more than Rare Creek, or where's it called?
Who?
Rebecca Creek?
No. Rare Breed? No, not Rare, not Turkey Rare Breed. What is Rare Creek? Eagle Rare.
Oh, Eagle Rare?
Yeah, I like it a hell of a lot more than Eagle Rare for being a 10-year.
We have to try the Eagle Rare again.
We do. I need to try it for the first time.
Right.
So what did I say? 7.2?
You said 7.6.
7.6.
I did, really? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
there
I'm
you
at a
go. I
6
stand
on
by
this
it.
one.
I can scratch it out.
No, I think
Yeah, you're allowed to change your mind.
Well, you know what? Scratch it out. Make it a 7.2. Because I think there's a lot of greater ones that deserve a 7.6. This one is a 7.2.
This one was a difficult one to find.
Really?
At the time it was. Yeah, I don't know if it's...
I've yet to see it. I have a 10-year, but it's not a single barrel.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, this one was highly sought after. That's why we got it.
Nice.
I'm kind of curious about the story. I know because it's woke, but did we just guess? I think we just guessed about that. I wonder what the real story is.
About dropping the yell.
Yeah, I'm going to type that in real quick.
Okay.
Why did Rebel Yell drop the yell?
So while you're looking that up, actually you're right there on it. So, simply.
All right, so
The term Rebel Yell.
Rebel
There you
dropped
go.
the yell label for 2020 to distance itself from the negative connotations associated with the Confederate imagery
I hate that.
and terminology implied by the name Rebel Yell, essentially trying to rebrand and appear less connected to Confederacy.
I hate that.
I think of Billy Idol more than Confederacy.
Yeah, me too. You know,
I just hate that we're reframing.
I mean, the word rebel
and being all emotional about the Civil War. I just.
But
don't,
it doesn't. But a rebel yell. I mean, rebel is. I mean, there are Star Wars rebels. You know, I mean, a rebel is. You can have a rebel in any country. It shouldn't be associated with the Civil War specifically. If you look up in the dictionary, rebel, it doesn't say Civil War.
But this bourbon is from the South, and I'm sure they literally named it after Civil War reference.
Yeah.
But I have a bigger issue with the fact that they're just demonizing everything about the Civil War. I mean, the South and the Confederacy. And,
they brought Fort Bragg back.
They did. Different Bragg, apparently.
Yeah,
but I love it. I love it.
The way he's, if you want to call it getting around it, is there is a, I don't know the gentleman's full name, but there was a Bragg in World War II.
I love it.
Who won Purple Heart, I think the Iron Cross or Star or whatever it is. And he goes, yeah, we're going to rename it after this gentleman from World War II.
Great. In other words, Braxton Bragg.
So Roland Bragg.
Roland Bragg.
Originally named
Silver Star. That's what it was.
Originally named after the Confederate General Braxton Bragg. It's now Roland L. Bragg. And it's just a shot. It's just totally
and they're going
a dig.
We can't bitch anymore.
Yeah. I love it.
We can't bitch anymore.
I love it. You know what? I would have been fine with him just saying, we're going to revert back to what it's been called for the last 50 years, which is named after Braxton Bragg. I would have been okay with that too.
Right.
I mean, stop trying to revise history.
Yeah, we had the discussion. What do you do with Fort Hood? Because I believe the guy they renamed that after is still alive. Do you go up to him and go, sorry, we're going back to Hood?
Yeah.
At that point?
Kind of. But whatever.
I don't know.
I'm not in charge of the Pentagon.
Because this is like Fort Liberty. That's not tied to anybody in specific.
I'm just amazed he made it through.
Just like McKinley is getting renamed, right?
You talking about Pete, right?
Yeah, Pete
Except,
yeah.
And McKinley?
McKinley's getting renamed from Denali. Is he going to rename that?
It's going back to McKinley.
Yeah, that one. And I think there's 3 of them. He's doing. I forget the other one.
And of course, that's not Hegseth. That's Trump.
That's Trump doing that one.
Yeah, because it has nothing to do with the Pentagon.
Yeah, forget it. I don't care. To me, that stuff's low hanging fruit. It's
seriously, it's
not.
I
think there's so many pops out there that they're doing.
Like
the Trump,
like
just
the paper straws.
There's all these little tiny
love
things.
it.
They're doing like 10 things a day,
and
hundreds of
dropping the
things a
penny.
day.
He reversed the appliance thing too. Remember
the efficiency?
Yes,
faucets and. He also dropped the penny.
Yeah, they're trying to. Well, yes, because it costs 3 pennies to make a penny.
Yeah, 3.6 cents to make a penny.
So he's like, we need to quit doing that. How's that going to work though? There are some people who are cash only.
Well, they're going to either have to round up or round down.
Well, round down to zero.
Doesn't mean there's not going to be pennies anymore. I mean, people will have pennies.
We still have a gazillion pennies, and frankly,
no, he said they're going to take them all off. The
but
market.
we have so many pennies in circulation
and make a big
right now.
Statue to himself.
There's so many pennies in circulation right now. At
some point, they'll eventually all kind of disappear. But it's going to be years and years and years before there's a shortage.
Yeah.
But at that point, this is 93 cents. Now we're just going to round it up to 95.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or whatever, right?
Yeah. So there's some big Senate hearings coming up this week. So the next time we have a podcast, hopefully we'll have some words on Gabbard and RFK Jr.
I thought Tulsi Gabbard is almost sworn in. She's going to make it.
Well,
I don't think Vance is going to be needed.
They think they're all going to make it, but they haven't been on the Senate vote yet. They've all made it out of committee.
Yeah, made it out of committee. And Pam Bondi is fully in now, right?
She's in.
100%, yeah.
Yep. So the ones that are not are Patel and RFK Jr. and Gabbard. And yeah, that's it. Those are the 3 big ones.
I thought RK. Okay, man.
They haven't had full votes on them yet.
They're all out of committee. Is Patel out of committee? I'm not sure he made it out of committee yet. And they're doing the stalling thing. Oh, we want more debate. 30 days of debate or this. I mean, the Democrats are just dragging their feet on all of it, and they know they can't stop any of it. And they're just trying to convince those fringe Republicans to not vote for them.
Yep.
That's what they're doing. They're stalling to get to those people and make...
Say, hey, we'll do this for you if you vote.
Yeah,
like
Oh,
this.
yeah. Underhanded shit. I think all of them are going to go. Patel. Going to be in.
As they should.
As they should.
All right, guys. Check us out on Dudes Like Us -podcast and Woodcraft. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Check us out on our RSS feed if you do rss.com. We're on all the platforms. Dudes Like Us. Thank you, Chuck. I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.
See you next week.